So once it's locked up tight, you still don't know, you go ahead and put trimmer line in it, you go to trim, you start it up, and it will not move. Hey y'all, thanks for tuning back into Chickanic. I hope everybody's having a great week. I want to start off with saying happy Mother's Day to all you awesome moms out there, and to all you dads who do both jobs, super kudos to you. So before we jump into today's video, if you're a fan of saving time, money, and frustration while fixing your own small engine equipment while watching in-depth tutorials, you've come to the right place, because that's what I do. I upload a couple times a week, and if that sounds interesting, hit that like button, smash that subscribe, don't forget to hit the notification bell, and please leave a comment. I love to read through the comments, and I will reply to all the early commenters. So it is trimmer time, and you go out, you start your trimmer up, you realize you got to change some line out, and you find out you have a completely worn out head. I mean, you beat anything on the ground enough, you're going to have to replace it. Today we're going to go over how to replace your head, what not to do, and how to fix it if you messed up. Now, I brought home a Stihl FS55 trimmer to demonstrate this on, but it doesn't matter what Stihl you have. They all use pretty much the same gearbox, and this will work for any trimmer. Now, to remove your old head, you're going to have to lock the gear head to actually spin it off. There is a hole located on the back of the gearbox right here, and you are going to stick something pokey down inside. Now, Stihls actually came with a small little round metal dowel that would fit in here perfectly, but if you're like me, you lost it. So anything that you can just stick down in that hole, and when you do, you'll find that it locks into place. Once you do that, if you're behind the trimmer, it's lefty-loosey, righty-tighty. If you're on the other side, it will be backwards thread. So we're just going to screw off the old head. Now what happens is when you do that, everything falls off, which is fine. You can put it back together. But what I find is people put this back plate on backwards. I'm going to show you what happens. So the correct side of the thrust plate right here actually is flat, and it has a raised center where you can put a blade on it if you'd like. But what I find, and I had two people come in this week and do this, and we had to fix it for them. When they put it back on, they put it backwards. Now, if you have it backwards, the spots where you lock in something from the other side are facing out, so you don't have anything to grab a hold of. Once that happens, and we put it on, everything locks up. Now that is locked up tight. So once it's locked up tight, you still don't know, you go ahead and put trimmer line in it, you go to trim, you start it up, and it will not move. The bad part is you can't get it off now that you don't have anything to lock into. So we're going to show you how to fix it. First thing you're going to do is remove this bolt. It only has one bolt holding tension on to keep the entire gear head on. So we're going to remove that with our T27 and slide the gear head off. So the end of the shaft that goes into the gear head is square shaped. It doesn't matter if you have a flexible shaft or a steel shaft. They're usually all square shaped on these Stihls, and inside the hole is square shaped. Now, finding something that perfect size square is going to be tasking, and it doesn't matter all your hex heads, they're not going to fit. They're just going to keep spinning in it. Doesn't matter what, standard or metric, they don't fit. So you're going to have to find a screwdriver that you don't care about that will wedge in there. All right, so I'm wedging a flathead screwdriver down the center of the shaft, and I'm gonna hold it in there like this. I'm gonna press down on my table with my screwdriver and the shroud right here as I twist it off. Now it's lefty-loosey, righty-tighty from behind this way. So let's see if we can get it off. Just like that. Because when we have it in there, we've locked the shaft. And that's how you get it off. When you put your gear head back on, make sure the gearbox goes all the way back to where that old dirty ring is, where it was sitting before. Line it up with your trimmer and tighten your bolt. Now we can put our head on correctly. All right, so we're going to put our plate on. I hold on to the back plate while I screw on And from the back, remember it's righty-tighty. If you're the other way, it's backwards threads. We're gonna screw it on till we can get it as tight as possible while holding the back plate, and then we're going to stick something pokey in the back again to lock it into place. Oh, there we go. And tighten it up. Just like that. But don't forget the secret grease hole. Now this is going to be the T27 again to take this apart. Now if you have, it doesn't matter, a good trimmer, Husqvarna, Stihl, Echo, Shindawa, the Red Max, they all have a grease port on the side of the gearbox. Some of the cheaper brands do not, so you don't have to worry about it because it has no way to grease it. But this one, you're going to take it out, you're going to grab your gear grease, and we're going to squeeze it in as we turn the head. Just like that. So before I go, I do want to give an amazingly huge thank you to each and every one of you. This time last year, I had 400 subscribers, and we're fixing to hit 100,000 subscribers within a year, which is insane to me. I cannot thank y'all enough, and I want to do something super special, but I don't know what to do yet. So if you have any ideas, anything you want to see, some certain kind of video, any kind of behind the scenes stuff, leave a comment below. I would love to hear what you have to say about it. I love reading through the comments. So just thank you guys. I mean, hopefully I can keep bringing you lots of content to save you time, money, and frustration. People ask why I do it. Am I going to affect my own business? The fact is, there's always going to be people that, you know, need me and do not want to repair their own stuff. So I'm not worried about that. I'm just happy that I've been able to help so many people. And I can't thank you for the kind comments I receive and how awesome this last year has been. So that's it. Hopefully this video saved you time, money, and frustration in the future. If you haven't found us on Facebook yet, find us at facebook.com/Chickanic. Find us at Chickanic.com where you can get your own t-shirts, hoodies, and long sleeve shirts, or find us at Instagram at The Real Chickanic. Thanks, and have a great day.